There's really no manual for kids this age to deal with such sudden loss. I mean, really, there isn't any manual for anyone of any age. And in this tight-knit community, these remarkable high school students are helping a town heal by honoring their friend and their teammate by living and playing the way he would.
Whenever times are kind of tough and we're doubting ourselves, we know we're doing it for him.
Ryder was a quick-witted and fun-loving player on the Garden City Bearkats basketball team and was always eager to keep his teammates and friends smiling.
He would do almost anything just to give you a smile, and even if it involved embarrassing himself sometimes.
John Lopez was one of Ryder's closest friends, and he remembers what Gas would say when he'd leave.
Once you left him, he'd always finish with "I love you," so you always had to tell him back. So before I left, I was like, "Bye, Ryder, love you." And that was the last memory I had with him.
Just moments after leaving that basketball practice in early January, the 16-year-old Gas veered off the road in his Toyota Tundra and was pronounced dead on the scene.
My mom came in and kind of explained it to us, and it took us just a minute to comprehend it, and then it really hit.
We loved Ryder immensely, and some things you just can't explain, and it's hard for kids to grasp situations like this.
For Gas's funeral, the community filled the basketball arena that had become like a second home for Ryder and his friends. The overwhelming grief even led Lopez to consider giving up basketball altogether.
I had a talk with Miss Gas, Ryder's mom, and she kind of lifted me up, and she was like, "Hey, we got to move on. We got to keep playing and do our own thing and just do it for Ryder and play the way he used to do and always do it for him." So that's just something that always sticks with me now.
Instead, the team played on, dedicating their season to him, wearing shooting shirts with his name and number on the back, keeping his initials on their uniforms, and keeping a spot for him on the bench.
You just look at his jersey and then just kind of pumps you up, gives you a boost, just knowing you're doing it for him, and kind of lifts you up a little bit more.
And while Ryder isn't physically at the games anymore, his spirit still is, and his parents haven't missed a home game.
Because that's what he would want it.
He wouldn't want us to stop, and then the more for these boys, they're his teammates. We just want to be there for them because they're going through it just like we are.
Through tragedy, this tiny community has banded together, mainly by supporting their Bearkats even more. This Bearcat basketball team, and indeed the entire community, is embracing the message emblazoned on these red wristbands, saying to live and play the Ryder way.
Be outgoing, just have fun in life. Don't get down. Don't be hard on yourself. That's kind of what it means to live and play the Ryder way.
The players have begun to realize what started out as a team and as a community has turned into a family.
It's the big part of our family now. I mean, they're just like our kids.
As the Cats push towards the playoffs, they realize they might not have the full roster, but they do have full hearts.
He's still truly there with us. Like, we know that he's going to be watching us and go on this journey with us.
They have him there, and they're caring, and they're fighting for him too now.
And the Bearkats are closing in on a playoff spot for the first time in 3 years, and they say it's all thanks to living and playing the Ryder way.